Hi there, welcome back to another exciting episode of KSB's Book Review. This term started in full swing. It's just 2 weeks in and it's feeling like it's 10 weeks already. School is very fast paced, and if you can't keep up with the pace, you get run over. So you have to, keep pushing, you have to stay locked in. And the videos might not be coming weekly like before, but I'll try my best, I'll give it my best shot. In today's episode, the book I'll be reviewing with you is The Pursuit, written by Wick. Wick is an American author who has written thousands of best-selling novels and is one of the biggest authors in America. The Pursuit is an adventure, is a Christian romance with a little bit of adventure, drama, and thrill. It is centered around Edward Steele, who is a British man who came to Africa for an adventure and has to go home, for Christmas. But on his way back home, he meets two strangers that gets his attention, who need his help, and he's a man of his word. So he promised that he was going to help them, and the help that he was going to render was going to take him hours, and at the end of the day, it will look as if he wasn't going to get home back in time for Christmas. But there are lots of mysteries that were enveloped in this on his adventure back to Europe in the ship. Finding out that the two strange men that he met on the ship were actually women disguised as men. And their reasons for disguising themselves as women, as men, eventually going out on an adventure, not being able to get back on time, having to go through a lot of traumatic experiences, the adventure, the thrills, having to fall in love with one of the women that disguised herself as a man. This book very interesting, very engaging. The adventure, it also has a little bit of faith enveloped in it as well, having to put trust in God, having to believe, having to pray because of the uncertainties and the risks that come alongside the adventure that he's going on. This book very exciting, very engaging. It's a very exciting book. It's a very engaging book. It's just an adventure. It's a thriller book. It's a very thrilling book. Very exciting, very engaging. A page turner. You will enjoy it. One of the standout parts, there are a lot of things that stood out for me in this book, but one of the things that stood out for me was he was so blissful, he was so happy, his emotions were never overturned. He was very slow to anger. He was very in charge. He was always so in charge of his emotions. He always kept he was very blissful. He always knew how to bring out peace from his situation, no matter how stressful. The way Jesus was in the storm, and there was a storm, and the disciples were shouting. Meanwhile, Jesus was sleeping at the back of the ship. Something like that. That's one of the examples that he used to describe his own personality, because he has gotten to understand that the out of all the the things that we face in life, the joy that comes after all the challenges that we face will be the joy that comes after every challenge will be more than the challenge itself. I know it's such a mentality is one of the things that stood out for me in this book. There were lots of vocabularies used in the book. One of the words that stood out for me as a new word was penury, which means poverty. Don't This book, if you're in the library, you're going book shopping. My ratings for this book is a must read, an exciting book, is a page turner. This book is really exciting, really thrilling. The adventure you want to is like, it feels like you're there, it feels like you're on the ship. The way the writer style is very engaging. It feels like you are going on the adventure. It feels like you're in the ship, and your mind just keeps, it's like you're flipping through the pages, but like you're living in a different world. And it's a very exciting book, very engaging book. It's a page turner. I'm giving this book a must read. If you are in the library, you're going book shopping, do well to look out for The Pursuit by Wick. It's a very exciting book. It's a very engaging book. It's actually a very voluminous book, and that was one of the reasons why I wasn't able to review last week, because it's very voluminous. The fonts, the voice are kind of, they are seeable, they are legible. Yes, they are legible. They are not so big, but they are legible. The handwriting is perfect. It's leaks, and it's the font style is very unique, but it's a very voluminous book. That's one of the reasons why I didn't post last week, because trying to find time to just quickly read, to quickly find, I had to even go online and get some summaries as well. But like, this book is a very exciting book. Do well, you can, if you're in the library or going book shopping, you can look out for The Pursuit, written by Laurie Wick. Don't forget about the reading challenge. If you're on the reading challenge is still on, make sure you have a friend or a group of friends that you're on the reading challenge with. Like I said before, I'm on the reading challenge with my mom. We actually read this book together, although she read it before me, and she kept on like, that was one of the things that kept me wanting to read the book more. The fact that she read it before me, and she was always flexing, oh, this thing happened, and she didn't want to spoil the book for me. It made it interesting, it made it fun. It made me want to read it even more. So make sure you have a friend, make sure you have a group of friends that you're on the reading challenge with. And yeah, that's the reading challenge. Know how many books, and make sure you also have the number of books you've read, because I've heard a lot of you, I've had one of few of my friends that said he cannot remember the exact number. So make sure you have a piece of paper that you're writing down. When you read a book, you take the number, you write a number of you, like a jotter, a journal or something, where you write the number of books you've read so far this year, so that at the end of the year you're able to make a reference. Because life, a lot of things happen during the day, and most times you can't keep a lot in your mind. You'll probably fall out of your mind. So it's always better to write them down, so that it'll be easy to get reference to. That's all for the review of The Pursuit by Laurie Wick. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, share the link with your friends, and always remember that readers are leaders. Who are we ahead of others? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.